Here at thatmuse.com is an article entitled Mesopotamia's Glorious Great Death Pit. And the anonymous author begins. Archaeologist Sir Leonard Woolley made a tremendous discovery before 1932 when he uncovered the royal tombs in the Mesopotamian city of Ur, today's southern Iraq. This fantastic find is referred to as the Great Death Pit, as well it should. His excavation team unearthed 1,800 graves, 16 of which had treasures that Woolley titled them Royal Tombs, all dating from between 3,000 to 2,500 years before Christ. Below the simple graves of the common people lay the elite of Ur, although commoners also made it to that lower level, as some of this Sumerian royalty were accompanied in the afterlife with their attendants. Among the richest tombs was that of Queen Puabi. We know her name from a fine cylinder seal of lapis lazuli found in case display 13, above that adorable donkey on the double rein loop. She lay on a wooden bier, a gold cup near her hand. She not only had 25 attendants in her midst, all laid out in orderly rows, and with cups near their hands as well. In her adjacent chamber there were another 65 attendants. Some were musicians, as instruments such as a wonderful bull-headed harp were found buried with their owners. The burial process here is a bit of a mystery, and Woolley had several hypotheses which evolved as he discovered more tombs over the course of the excavation. We don't know the cause of the Queen Puabi's death, but we do know that her skull was crushed, possibly from the weight of the soil over thousands of years that passed before the royal tomb of Ur was discovered. She, like other fine ladies of Ur, was buried with an elaborate headdress that was crushed as well. Leonard Woolley was ingenious at extracting these treasures by way of pouring hot wax over them before lifting them out of the Great Death Pit, so to reconstruct them later. The image below is an example of the reconstructed headdress. Hard to tell where the front of the head is, though. Let's back up a bit and ponder those attendants. When you think of human sacrifice, you think of the Aztecs or the Mayans, no? Well, how can you explain all of her attendants? They can't have all died voluntarily, just because their precious queen died. Yet their bodies were laid out in an orderly fashion, evidently peaceful. Originally, Woolley thought they had been killed to reflect the king's or queen's power. Yet they all had cups by their hands, just like the queen. Could this be a poison they drank voluntarily? Woolley wondered. Or perhaps they were sedatives and the real cause was sealing off the chamber to suffocate them. A few of the skulls, on the other hand, received blunt force trauma, implying less than a servile attitude to killing themselves for their queen. However you see it, the story of the royal tombs of Ur is pretty grisly, wouldn't you say? Sleuthing Around the Great Death Pit by Heather Pringle appears at lastwordonnothing.com. This is a picture of the death pit they were just describing. And guess where the queen is? From what I researched, I think the queen is like right here in this far corner. Kind of unusual, I thought. That she would be in the far corner rather than centrally located, or maybe even this person. But no. Evidently, she's over here in the corner. And Ms. Pringle begins. In 1927, Leonard Woolley began digging human remains from a vast gilded killing field in Iraq, a place better known to most today by its biblical name, Ur. Woolley, the son of an Anglican curate and very skilled excavator, had made a study of Ur, a city-state that rose to prominence along the Euphrates in the 3rd millennium before Christ. With financing from both the British Museum and the Penn Museum in Philadelphia, Woolley had documented Ur's Great Ziggurat, a stepped pyramid made of bricks, and pored over its temples and other monumental buildings. Digging its tombs seemed the next logical step.